morning, and welcome to Visions Taize Thanksgiving Meditation Service. Our meditation service is influenced by the sacred traditions of Taize and grounded in science of mind principles. For those of you unfamiliar with Taize, it is a sacred chanting and meditative prayer service which began around 80 years ago in Taize, France. During the dark time of Nazi persecution, following an inner voice, Brother Roger established a community that would live out the gospel's call for peace and reconciliation among all people. This community grew quickly in numbers and in diversity. The songs of Taize were created to transcend the many languages and unify diverse cultures within this community. Everyone could participate in meditative prayer through simple songs and chants that encouraged an authentic encounter with the mystery of God. Like Taize, our vision community is diverse and inclusive. Inspired by the teachings of Ernest Holmes, our intention is to create a space where the revelation of wholeness is embraced, thus releasing the illusion of separation from each other and from God. Our sacred ritual is a 5-step affirmation prayer, which we speak with power and intention to create our life experience. Our affirmative prayer begins by recognizing God as absolute, then moves us to unify with the certainty of our oneness with God. Next is the realization step, in which we declare and accept our good. In the 4th step, we express our gratitude, and step 5 releases our prayer with certainty that it is done. This 5-step prayer process is the structure that our service will follow. Woven together in our meditation service are the sacred traditions and teachings of both Taize and science of mind, which we hope will create a rich tapestry of experience for you. We invite you to get comfortable, perhaps close your eyes, enjoy the moments of silence, and join your voice with ours in song and in prayer as you commune with Spirit. Namaste. We begin our prayer by recognizing there is one absolute truth, only one true principle, which never changes and governs all. God is everywhere fully present. We often hear that certain circumstances or situations are a test, implying that God is testing us. I don't believe that God tests us. God loves us unconditionally. God's love for us is ever present. In God's unconditional love for us, this one will give us everything we believe. This is an important distinction. It is what you believe, not what you want. Any tests we have in our lives, we create ourselves. We mainly test two things, our conviction and our faith. We test our conviction by the promises we make to ourselves. We say, for example, that we are not going to eat sugar for some period of time, and then the neighbor brings over half a pie. The test of our conviction is what we do next. Do we eat the pie? Do we put it in the freezer for later? Or do we give it to someone else? In other words, do we keep our promises to ourselves or not? We might promise ourselves that we will take a walk every Tuesday and Thursday, and then we get an invitation to go out to lunch with a friend. Do we arrange it so we can still go for the walk? Or do we go for lunch and forget about the walk, or thinking that maybe we'll make it up later? The universe is listening, and it hears us say one thing and do something else. It concludes that we do not have the conviction to do what we say. The test is always to your conviction in your promise to yourself. In God's unconditional love, this one gives us exactly what we believe. And this one never judges what we believe, it just gives. Spirit will never say, "You don't really want that," or "That isn't good for you." We might believe that life is hard, or that I have to do everything myself, or the economy sucks, or this ailment is hereditary, or these ever popular, I am not important, worthy, or valued. Every one of these thoughts and beliefs is an affirmation. The question is whether they are the things we want to affirm in our lives. These thoughts are exactly why at Vision we offer the affirmations we do every week, and why they are so important. Since Spirit or God or the universe gives us what we believe, these affirmations help us to create thoughts and beliefs that are life-affirming and contribute to the life we really want. The other check or test is with our own faith. Is our faith in God constant 100% of the time? In other words, do you know your unity with God or Spirit or life 100% of the time? Do you know your connection to each other 100% of the time? If you have any moment of doubt or insecurity, then carry the insurance, take the vitamins, wear the mask. In other words, if you have a tiny chink in the armor of God's love and protection, then do what needs to be done to be in this world. When you know your connection and your faith is strong, when that unexpected bill arrives in the mail, you will not frenzy and sink to the low depths. You will not be crying out, "Why now? Why me?" You walk through it with grace and with poise, and know that a solution is available in your faith. Give yourself credit for the consciousness work that you have done, as well as acknowledging what you still need to do. Both of these are progress. You can tell your progress by your response. If you are reacting the way you usually do, there might be more for you to do. When you are able to respond without the upset and the frenzy, you are improving. Your consciousness is expanding. I'm sure that you can look around and think of someone in your life or someone that you are acquainted with who has gone through some very big life challenges, losses, and yet they keep going, head up, and you wonder, how do they do that? I don't know if I could go through all that. And maybe we will never have to know what we could do in a similar situation. But often we've had our own version of difficulties. It is not for us to compare or judge anyone's life to our own. We cannot see what is going on behind the scenes or in their mind. Truly, we have enough to keep us busy in our own life, in our own thoughts, and in our own spiritual practice. If you have time to judge someone else's life, you are avoiding your own. You could be using that energy to deepen your spiritual practice, to unify with Spirit, and to remember that you are deeply and irreversibly connected to all others, no matter who they are. Remember, there is only one of us. Living as a compassionate conduit starts with being compassionate to ourselves. We cannot give to someone else what we don't have. And what does it mean to be compassionate? How do you do it for yourself and for others? Remember that this first step is about recognizing God or Spirit. So begin where it is easiest for you. Start with nature or your family or yourself. Begin with looking at a process, like how things work, and seeing God in that. Cycles of the moon, seeds turning into plants, the magnificence of how the body works. Move your attention to your loved ones, how and where you recognize Spirit in your beloved, or your children, or your very dear friend. How your heart softens when you think of them. We tend to easily see Spirit in others, and we overlook the godness of ourselves. But with the same softness of your heart, recognize Spirit as you. You are as much Spirit as nature is and as your loved ones. There is not more godness or goodness in one than the other. Sometimes we hear that we are the hands and feet of God, or that Spirit works for us by working through us. God is this great, huge love energy, but it needs a way to express in this world. Think about the way that love is expressed to you in your life. Your beloved pets give tons of love, and they ask little in return. Family and friends that are like family, these beautiful ones give to us in unique ways that are their own. A friend of mine made a most amazing and time-consuming dessert on the weekend, and I appreciated the effort and the care and the love that was infused in it. My neighbor and I have a weekly girl date to talk and to catch up, and she always brings a fresh-baked muffin. These things show love. In your life, you have your own examples. And yes, It is easy to give love to people that we are in tune with, and of course, that we like. Think about how you express love to others with help, service, kind words, and kind actions. Practice being a conduit for love and compassion. Practice allowing love to flow freely through you. Practice seeing God in all people and circumstances. We are currently in a time like no other. The quality of our thoughts is more important than ever because it contributes to the collective consciousness. The constant conversation needs to stay focused as much as possible on recognizing God in all, in finding good in situations and circumstances, and raising our energetic vibration. It is how we can contribute to the healing of the planet. So go forward, my dear ones, and be a conduit for compassion. There will now be a few minutes of silence.
The next step in our prayer is unifying with the truth and remembering that we are perfect, whole, and complete, just as we are. In each and every moment, perfect, whole, and complete. That there is only one God, one presence, and that is who we are in each and every moment. And so that is what we're here to remember during this service each and every day. And so here in this special time, we get to do this now in a very special way today. And we get to remember that by knowing that we are indeed the very light of God. And so what I'm going to invite you to do now is wherever you're at, just remember that in your heart is the very light of God. And we're going to remember and acknowledge that in this moment. And so I invite you to do that in any number of ways where you're at. You can light a candle, or you can remember the light within your heart, or you can imagine yourself lighting a candle, or you can imagine yourself lighting a candle and joining it with another, or you can simply imagine yourself one with the very light of God, because that is what we are, one with each other. And so do that right now and just allow yourself to enter that meditative state, and just remember that indeed we are the very light of God in each and every moment.
There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes it's me I see. There is only one of us. You are my reflection. There is only one. There is only one of us. In your eyes
We encourage everyone watching to submit your prayers now, either through Facebook or YouTube. We create our experience and shape our world with thoughts and beliefs. We also speak our truth with power and intention. This is the time in our service when we invite you to speak your truth. It may be a truth for yourself or for someone else. It may also be a realization of gratitude. After each statement, we respond together by singing, "Your prayer is my prayer too."
We have a prayer for world peace.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for the healing of coronavirus in the whole world.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for a full and complete recovery for my daughter.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
This one says, "I'm grateful for the family and friends God has blessed me with."
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer that this time next year we will all be able to be together in the sanctuary for this service.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer that as everyone celebrates the holidays in a new way this year, they see God's blessings and create special memories.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for healing with our neighbors and that we can expand who our neighbor is.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for successful end to fall term classes.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for a thriving business.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer that my family and job is secure and happy.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for a smooth transition for our country.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for finding a missing wedding ring.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for a joyful and effortless collaboration with coworkers.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for peace, health, and prosperity for everyone.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer that says, "I'm grateful for vision for keeping us bonded together."
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for the healing of the country and a joyful inauguration day.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for a successful journey.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer, treatment to let go of my past mistakes.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for knowing that God is source and knowing that it provides for all.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer is in the joy of being with my daughter.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for family reunification.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for health and wholeness for all, elimination of the current experience of the virus, and demonstration of divine health.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for peace, harmony, and unity in the nation and the world.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for someone for their strength to return and to be pain-free and energetic.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for healing our divided nation.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for being pain-free and removing the numbness in the hands.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for the care and loving treatment of all animals.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for strength, balance, and for tremors to be gone.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for the divisions of our country healed and for Americans working together to create a world that works for everyone.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for continued opening to the divine in and as everything, including myself, knowing and feeling the divine working perfectly through me at all times.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for knowing God as my source and all needs are met.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer of thanksgiving, grateful for prayers and love during a medical challenge, and prayer for physical healing, healing physically, mentally, and spiritually, and that this one is whole, perfect, and complete.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for restored eyesight.
Your prayer is my prayer too.
A prayer for those feeling loneliness to find comfort and connection.
Your prayer is my prayer too. And for those truths which are unspoken, perhaps yet unformed, we also respond. Your prayer is my prayer too.
Our fourth step is thanksgiving. Giving thanks, accepting that what has been spoken is already ours and it is good. There are so many things for which to be thankful for. I am grateful, very grateful for the gift of awareness that God has blessed me with. This allows me to be in the moment, to notice the sparkle in one's eyes even while wearing a mask. The hand reached out to help another. A neighbor holding up a sign to say hi. Just open your heart to God's gifts and say thank you. Especially now, I thank God for the love in my life. I know I have the privilege to be an instrument of God and spread his love throughout the world. I ask you to feel his love right now, to feel his presence, and to share that feeling of love that you feel right now with someone close by, and then say thank you, God. I'm also very grateful for the abundance of my life. And I ask you that since we're not all together physically, to please support Vision with your contribution through the link shown on the screen or through the Vision website, or you can write a check and use snail mail. And again, say thank you and remember to be grateful for all that we have. Namaste.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I
We have recognized the presence of God. We've unified with that presence, declared and accepted the good that we are, and have given thanks. The fifth step in our spiritual mind treatment is release. The final step is to release our prayer back to the universe, knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt the good intention of our words are made manifest in our experience now, and so it is.
Okay, and it's Thanksgiving here at Vision, and so instead of getting together this year, what we're doing is on Thanksgiving Day at noon to 2, we'll be delivering meals. So if you'd like to do that, you can register on the website and have Thanksgiving meal delivered to your house or to wherever you're at, and that will include pie and a dinner. And so that's one thing that's happening, and then from 2:30 to 3, there'll be a Zoom room where we can share dessert. And so that'll be a wonderful thing. And then at 3 o'clock, there'll be a free concert by Andy Anderson and Nathan Fry, a free concert. So I invite you to that and have a happy Thanksgiving. And so we've celebrated today this experience of oneness, and so I just invite you to remember that always, and we'll end today in prayer. And so just remembering now that there is only one life and one experience and one presence, and that life is God. And so I know indeed, as we have experienced today, that we are together in oneness. We are indeed the light, the experience of peace, of wholeness, of love. And so what I know today is that as we are in that experience of Thanksgiving, as we are in that experience of the full expression of the divine, that what the experience of each one of us is that of love. As we open our hearts today, as we have shared together today, it is that experience of the light that holds us together as God, through God, and by God, in the tremendous experience, light, the calling, the vision of Spirit. And so I know all is perfect, all is good, and that we are given this day the truth of the one, the Spirit within each of us, sharing and knowing that we are indeed perfect expressions of God. And so I just give thanks for this prayer, this experience today, and I release this word now, knowing it is perfect, and I allow the universe to come together to create perfect lives for each of us. I release it now, and so it is.
Thank you. 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 I promise in this moment to keep